Hello, welcome. What is good, everybody? Tone here, and today we are going to be checking out dotAGE. This is a turn-based roguelike survival city builder, and it just came out recently, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, so I wanted to showcase it here and highlight it for you guys. So let's get right into it. Oh yes, the game is gonna shame me with my hour count. Yeah, I played this a lot. It really hooked in, like, got me hooked in the way that I've noticed a lot of kind of survival crafting games will do that for me. And this is more city builder than like survival crafting, but obviously that's part of getting your village off the ground. Like when I first play Wayward, which is a really great crafting survival roguelike that you guys should all check out as well. I was like hooked on that game. So, and also the game has maybe because this was my first run, a pretty long run time in the double digits. I'm sure that'll speed up as I learn to play and stuff. But also it's a really good game. It's pretty chill, or it can be. So like I was like watching stuff in the background while I was playing at times and stuff. So, pretty cool game though. But yeah, let's jump right into a run. I just want to kind of highlight the game a bit, show what I like about it, show what it's all about. Oh, this is weird. I had unlocked... Oh, you know what? So, there is a meta progression system in this game. And one of the things I was going to say is I wish it was just a little bit faster. Particularly on the first run, because it'll inject like more variety into your future runs, because I believe, and this is what we're going to test here because I've only played one run, but every time you start, like where the roguelike stuff really comes in is like your tech tree is different, like the world gen determines like what kind of resources you have available to you and stuff like that. But they apparently made the meta progression a lot shorter. So it said there used to be like you needed 1800 memories. It's been brought down to 1300, which those are like your unlock units, and it honestly still sounds like a lot. I don't know how, I probably got a couple hundred in my first run. So here are all of my unlocks. I unlocked this yesterday. I don't know. That's a shame. It's actually a shame, man. But this is the second character, which I wanted to play my next run with. I wasn't going to actually use that character for this run, but they basically had a penalty for killing animals and a benefit, like a positive for like growing like trees and crops. So that kind of like puts you right on the play style that you're going to be going for on that run. It like gives you a direction. So you start with your elder. So yeah, this is your base one, and then that is the other one, and they just have different traits and stuff. So I'm really curious to see how they all play differently. But yeah, that shaman was a lot different. And they started with like tents and stuff instead of you get like, I guess, like cabins in this game start. So and the framing of this is that the elder is telling the story of how their village went. So let's see, our elder we're going to have is Mattis here. Let me tell you the story of how our very own village was born. I was so young back then. This is the tale of a curse that we were destined to face and how we overcame it through cooperation. I played on harder my first game, and I enjoyed that difficulty. And beating it on normal or harder unlocks challenge. I'm really excited to play challenge because I think this game is best when it's like very difficult for me. Because it can be kind of like, especially if you're like really optimizing in a city builder, it can be like, I don't know. I want adversity and things to deal with. I'm actually tempted to do this on easier because I think it'll help us see a little more of the game quickly. Because I'm probably just going to showcase this for about an hour, but let's just do normal. You get our roguelike warning that this is a merciless game. By choosing the normal difficulty, you acknowledge that you are ready for a real challenge. Are you sure you want to play this difficulty? Okay. Let me tell you a story. It begins before any of you were born. We've been traveling for days in strange lands. This is the story of how our village was born. The story of how we defeated the prophecy. It all began in a lush, secluded valley that we found after several days of traveling. Just a few more steps, you slackers. We're almost there. My feet hurt. Oh, I was so young then, I convinced some pips to follow me, pips are people, into the valley. This is it, this is the place I told you about. We have to stop here. You better not be lying about this new life, Elder. Impertinent, follow my example and all will be well. Now get to work. We started work straight away on the construction of our village. Alright, oh, it's interesting. This looks like the tent. So I might already have some variety here. So right away we can look at what our World Gen provides us with. We have some lakes that have some fish in them. I don't know how you get to this fish. I guess you can build something here. We have some kind of cow or something. I have some rabbits. Over here we have some like trees. There's a lot of stuff over here, like food-wise, I feel like we can take advantage of. So I kind of want to come over here. But maybe I'll work my way there because I do want this to be kind of centered. Ah, screw it. Let's just let's put it like right here. So this is like our town hall. But yeah, like the biggest like initial appeal to this game is actually I just think it looks fantastic. I just think the art is done really well. I think a lot of the sound design is actually like really good. Like when we start harvesting stuff, like some of the sounds are just like really satisfying when you're like collecting materials and stuff. But yeah, so we start out with 4 pips to do work for us, and it's a resource kind of harvesting game, so we need to figure out how to survive and to expand. We started with 20 berries. Each one of our 4 people eats one at a time. We have 16 wood. What is this patch right here? We have strawberry shrubs. We picked the small fruits from the undergrowth. I swear they were sweeter than when I was young. I'm sure they changed the recipe. So there's the Agepedia, which is a little encyclopedia of everything in the game. So this can get some strawberries for us. All right. What do we start with that we can actually build here? We can forage. We have a wood pile. We can get wood. There's cabins. A thinker's post is how we get technology. So all of this stuff is actually what I started with last time. So I think my initial goals here are going to be is I want to get more pips going, which means we need more housing, more homes. We need to sustain ourselves on food, and I really want to get the tech tree going, so I think we want to start investing in science, which is what this thinking post does. Can I do all of that? So I can have someone just start harvesting strawberries here. That's right there for us. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's build a cabin. Here, why not? I think I might build 2 cabins. Nah, let's do the thinker's post. So this can't have anything next to it, which makes it really awkward to place. You need to have quiet and isolation to think. You know what, maybe I'm gonna wait a turn on that. I want to like have that like on the edge of the map or something, somewhere like more secluded. Give them like real space to work with. Now signposts are what expand your territory. So I kind of want to go up here. We have a bunch of trees and stuff to work with. I feel like this area it would be some like solitude for my thinkers. So I'm gonna just have them there. Signposts in both directions. You know what? Instead of you harvesting, we are going to build another cabin. We can like really get our, we have some like resources to go. We can really get our population going. I'm gonna need some more wood soon too. Actually, let's do the wood first. So I can make the wood pile. This one has to be, so let's look at the buildings. So this wood pile, it requires 1 pip to work. It takes 1 day to build. It can be built on any flat terrain. Requires 1 wood resource, and then once it's built, this is what it does. 1 pip spending 1 day of production will generate 2 wood. If there's an input that it uses, like if wood turns into like lumber or something, it would show that here. But this doesn't require anything. But its placement requires that there's a wood terrain within 1. So that's kind of how a lot of this works. I'm just gonna plop this down. Oh, I don't know. About right there. Alright, so we're building some signposts. These each cost 1 wood. This house costs 4 and takes 2 days to build. Alright, this feels pretty good. And I think we will pass our turn. Oh, there is one setting I should change. I have fast pass turn on, just because when you're into like the hundreds of turns into a run, like you just want them to go faster, or at least I did. They do mention here for players that hate waiting, even if the pips will run a bit too fast for my liking. So the dev even mentions that. I want to make sure that that is off so you can see the pips like going about their way. But yeah, so this is a turn-based game, but it has this like good feel to it of like of just like liveliness and activity, because things are actually moving in like real time, but like the only time like things that matter happen is like when your turns pass. All right, so what do we have here? We built 2 signs. Let's go ahead and build that thinker's post. There's 2 wood. Let's go there. You are harvesting wood. It's probably good, but we don't need quite yet. Let's go get another dwelling going. And then, actually, do I have... Yeah, this works. So you... About to explain the birds and the bees to you all. You need 2 pips to create a new civilian for your civilization. So that means we need 2 free workers to do that. But I need space for that too, which we don't have yet. So I'm not going to do that yet. But I think I want to start getting more workers as soon as we can. So I'm going to do that, because the more workers we have, the faster we can expand, and so on. So it looks like everyone's busy. This was a 2-day build. You're harvesting wood. Do I want you to keep harvesting wood, or do I want you to do something else? Yeah, why not? That looks pretty important. So I'll have you harvest some more wood there. We're running quite low on that. Alright, and when people build stuff, they automatically start like using it. So this guy started collecting wood. This guy is now thinking. We take a look at it. Its production is just 1 knowledge point. So now that we have that, it unlocks the knowledge menu in our tech tree. And this tech tree is what I'm extremely curious about, because I believe this whole tree is randomized each run. So this is where a lot of like the variety comes from. Although maybe I'm wrong on that, because this page looks the same. So does this one. Maybe your starting stuff is the same, but some of the later stuff... Yeah, because I feel like this might be new. This stuff is kind of hidden. I bet you the basic stuff is the same, but some other stuff changes. This is what I'm like really curious to see. Yeah, some of this stuff later in the tech tree is definitely different than the stuff I had before. That is exciting. Do you kind of wish it would just tell you what is down the line so you could plan ahead? Maybe this is stuff I literally haven't seen before, so I have to like quote-unquote unlock that by seeing them for the first time. This actually looks new as well. So there's some new stuff going on here. A lot of it's like, and this is new too. Okay, yeah, no, there's like a decent amount of differences. And I don't have like I probably have like a third of this stuff unlocked, maybe not even. So that's probably why I'm seeing a lot of stuff, but I think this is where like leaning into the roguelike side of this kind of game seems like a really cool idea to me, where you have like a novel problem every time you're trying to build up your city, and not just because of the terrain you're on, but even because of like what like buildings and resources like you have access to and will be able to play with that run are going to be different. So it's not just like an optimization problem where you can repeat the same thing every run. And it looks like this game is doing that, which is really exciting to me. But we do get to decide what to invest in. What do we want to build towards? Growth, village hall, hunting tent. We do have a lot of stuff to hunt, so maybe this would be a good thing to have. Fishing post. We get the bigger thinking thing. I wouldn't mind that. Like, think harder. So we can really blast through this tech tree. The better wood harvester too could be good. I might get the thinking thing next. The retreat. So this up arrow means it'll upgrade the previous thing. So this gives us 1 knowledge per day. This will give us 2 knowledge per day. It costs 7 wood. It's going to be expensive, but I'm down to start working towards that. That's like twice as much progression through it. The science track. We have a house here, so we could start creating new pips. Now, this is where I'm going to look at parts of the UI, because this is where like you need to like, especially as you grow, like you need tools so the player can just really like make decisions easier. And I actually think there's a lot of things I'd like to see further down in the UI, but the stuff that is in here already is quite helpful. So up here, it shows us how many adult pips we have. It says we have 1 available for work and 3 are busy. Then if you have ailments, you might end up not being able to work. And we can pull up our whole village here. It shows you children, adults, dead pips, and lost pips. Oh, we don't have any. Okay, so we don't have any like specialized pips yet because you train them eventually. So I don't have that screen. But basically, we have 1 available for work, and these 3 are working. I am going to. I'm gonna pull you off. And you guys are going to make a baby. Send 2 pips to procreate here. A child pip will be generated. It also requires 1 additional food as they go on their date night. They eat a little more dinner, I guess. But check out this spot. I should research the fishing tent. Put a fishing thing right here. There's lots of fish here. I'm actually gonna go towards that. I didn't have any fish in my last world, so I didn't get to experiment with fishing, so that'll actually be interesting. Alright, so you guys are working on a new baby pip. We have you finishing another building, and you're thinking. Okay, I'm good with this. Alright, so the babies take like 5 days to grow. They consume food, but they're useless until then. Then they become an adult. So what do I have now? I have 1 guy thinking, and I have 3 pips available for work. Let's get another kid going. This house can't be used to procreate again until that child becomes an adult. It's just you can only have one per building. That's why having more than one was useful. So you'll do that. I'm gonna have a serious food problem here soon, so I need to start harvesting food. Can you eat whatever this makes? Apples? It says in one day I can get 5 apples. That seems very efficient. Let's try that. Alright, so I have 2 people procreating, I have you harvesting apples and you thinking. We have a message log down here, so you can see everything that's going on. Eventually, like, way too much stuff starts happening per turn for this to be, like, of any use, but it is there. So now we can see in our resources, you can see where things are getting used. So I have 3 apples currently, we're getting 5 more this turn, and then 6 are being used. So we have 6 pips. Which actually means I'm not harvesting enough to sustain all of my pips now. These kids eat a lot. So we'll have 2 people harvesting apples for now. This like stack of boxes on the left there shows that there's 20 units that we can be harvested here, and then this apple tree is going to go barren. And then I don't know if I can like replant it or how that works. I know with like crops, like if you use them up, you can like use seeds to replant them and stuff. But that's a lot of apples. So this is actually like a really nice thing to start next to. Let's see. So I have 1 free worker. We're gonna need wood. I think I'm gonna put a signpost here so that I can eventually drop a fishing thing here next to both of these fish. I think up here makes the most sense. Expand our village, and looks like everyone is at work. So you can see everyone runs into their homes at night and then goes back to their jobs during the day. Good stuff. All right, so we have 3 more days until the fishing post is done. You guys are harvesting apples. We're harvesting 10 per day and only using 6 per day. Which is good for now. So I have 1 free pip. Should start harvesting wood. I'm tempted to build another house, but maybe that's growing too fast too soon. Yeah, let's have you harvest wood. Actually, I'm gonna have you build a second wood thing first. So that we can go double time on the wood here pretty soon. Yeah, these kids are gonna get to work as soon as possible. Alright, so it looks like we have some kind of event going here. So you randomly have events in the game. Some of them are called mini events. Good wishes. The village gains 2 health. So health is a resource that we haven't seen yet. So I'll talk about that soon when it shows up. But that hasn't occurred yet. One of the primary things in this game is that you have to deal with like big challenges, and that requires creating resources like health, happiness, stuff like that. But we'll look at that when the game actually like brings it up to us. Alright, so you're doing wood. Okay, that kid has 1 day. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else here. Harvesting wood, thinking, collecting apples. This is the life. These were simpler times. Look at you. Dio reached adulthood. Now get to work. Actually, I'm gonna create another kid. I'm gonna pull 1 guy off the apple trees. Alright, our fishing post has been researched. So there's going to be a star on the tab where you can build something. So let's take a look at the fishing post. Two wood and 2 days to build. That time is important. But it'll turn 1 fish in the wild to 3 fish units. It takes 3 days though. Interesting. To harvest them. It's a lot of time for some fish. Now you can deplete these resources, and I think how it works is 1 new animal shows up here every 3 days, if I remember the tutorial correct. I have 2 pips ready. Let's get another kid going. You need something new to research. So here's a fisher hut. This will do 1 fish, or it'll do what this does in 3 days in 1 day. This costs 12. I think I do want to work on this retreat. I want to blast through this tech tree. I want to advance civilization here. This thing is slow. I don't even know how badly I want that until I get the other one upgraded, now that I've seen those times. I'm actually going to have you work on a new dwelling. I'm doing a cross pattern with the dwellings just because in the last run I played, some of the later technologies give you benefits for every dwelling that is within 1 tile of them. So it meant I had a lot of spaces where I had like a diamond pattern of houses like this and 1 thing in the middle. I don't think we're going to see stuff like that early on here, but it's a matter of habit, I guess. All right. We have 2 free pips. I'm going to have you working on the apples. I think I want a second thinker. Let's go ahead. Pop 1 down there. You're still doing the wood. Double apples. Check my resources. I'm not like going negative in anything. That's good. All right, next day. Oops. The apocalyptic vision. I remember it vividly. So this is what we're going to learn about what the health resources and other stuff do. I love how it actually brings all your pips here to when we have these little town meetings. The visions came to me. I saw the future and the world is doomed. The apocalypse is coming. You brought us here to die? When you realize you're a character in a video game? Don't be stupid. We are here for a reason. We can stop this. Let me tell you about my prophecy. Oh, look, he's reading from a scroll. So this is another like core mechanic of the game here, is this prophecy page. Let's see. According to what I saw, we will encounter many events in the near future. And a doom event always waits us at the end. We must prepare for it. The doom event is like your boss. If you can't beat that event, then I think your village dies. Up here. So basically, we have like a little calendar here. We're on day 10 currently. Looks like there's 35 days in a month, so we go from spring to summer. And then 15 days in the summer, we have our doom event. And there are different domains that these events will take place in. So our first one, I foresee an omen. The domain's threat will increase, and nothing can be done about that. It will be tied to the cataclysm domain. So we'll want to create our village in a way that can deal with this threat. And then there will be the heat domain as we change over to the summer. So these are like into the future, but things to start thinking about. And how the domains work is, let's see if it'll show the thing here. Let's see. You said we'll find a new life here. Disrespectful fool, are you calling me a liar? Work hard and the dooms can be defeated. This is what I saw. Now that you all know about the prophecy, we need to work hard to survive. I don't know if you saw the character trait for this guy is that he's grumpy. And he very much is. Yes, here we go. So this is actually the fear domain. Whoops. It went away. I guess the whole UI is hidden for now. I see we have been cursed. An omen is coming for us. Something bad is going to happen. So these are the domains. So we have one up here for fear, and here's the cataclysm one that we know we're going to have an event for soon. So you have opposing resources for this. So there's nature and cataclysm for the cataclysm domain. And right now there's a 50-50 chance of having a good event or a bad event when the event occurs. So we need to produce nature to offset the cataclysm to get this bar closer to 100. And then there are like negative events that they will cause that'll happen no matter what. So I think that's what this omen means. And then this will start producing cataclysm on its own that we'll have to bypass. So we'll see as the turns go here. But that's a quick explainer on those. So what's going on with our village right now? I have an open cabin. I have one free worker. I got 2 people thinking now. 2 people doing berries. 1 person on food. Or on wood. I want 4 babies. I need some village growth here. Oh, we still have 1 free person. Go to the wood for now. You know what? Let's keep the apples going. These apple trees are going to run out, but they're going to be really good for us to start here. But we do want to plan ahead to deal with the day when there are no apples. All right. 2 free workers. Should I build anything? What options do we have? This foraging thing lets you like collect seeds, berries. Yeah, actually, let's take a closer look at it. See production, there's 3 modes this thing can go in. So we can either get hemp, seeds, or berries out of production from this. We have the fishing post. Maybe I'll work on building that. I'm going to skip ahead to the next fishing thing though. I guess I'm going to have our... Yeah, let's get a surplus. We have a bit of a surplus right now. Yeah, let's start working on wood. I think we're going to need a lot of wood at some point. Alright, so we finished our retreat, which is our upgraded thinking thing. Yeah, this costs 7 wood if we want to build one, and takes 2 days. Oh wait, no, it says 5 wood? It might only be 5 to upgrade. I might just build a new one. Is that too much investment into thinking? I have 1 free pip. I'll need more homes soon as well. Yeah, let's go for it. What is everyone doing? So I'm just noticing in real time, this is maybe like where I wouldn't mind seeing like a UI thing that would show me what all my guys are doing, like some kind of like some simplified thing that says like this many people are doing food, this many people are doing wood. Like I don't know how you would simplify it because it couldn't like tell you like explicitly everything, but like either like the building type or like activity type they're on, just like a simplified bubble to see like what people are doing. I mean, this is pretty helpful over here just to see like where resources are going and being collected. I think something like that could be helpful. I think I'm okay with what we got going on right now. I do have to pick a new thing here. There's an even bigger thinking thing. I think I either want the upgraded wood stack, or let's get the upgraded fisher hut next so we can start planning for a day without apples. All right. Oh, I need to plan for this cataclysm thing too. I almost forgot about that. It's like the most important thing in this village's short life. Should figure that out. So services are the things that deal with the domains up here. I don't have anything that can generate nature, so I actually need to research a nature generator. That's this flower symbol. I suspect it's all in that education section. It is. So we can make an altar to fight off the cataclysm. This actually takes fish or meat. It's like a sacrifice. And it turns it into nature points. And then you get +1 to production if there's a woods train within 1. So that's where the location you put stuff in ends up being really important. Well, that needs fish as an input. I kind of need to research both of these. I guess I'll start working on this one while I research this, and I can have someone start building this. And this can get upgraded to the other fishing thing afterwards. I don't want to build another house, which makes me want to take someone off of, like, some kind of duty. Can't quite afford to, though. Also, I feel like I need a signpost here if I want to expand this way, but maybe I just put another house like here or something. Take you off. This will take 2 days to make. These also expand the territory by 1 when they're on the edges. That's what this road stat is. Road 1, that's like how far it expands. So our headquarters, the town hall, has a road of 3, so it goes out 3, and I think the signposts are also 3. There's a stat that tells you how much it expands, but it really only applies to the signpost and your like main thing. But then like technically homes, you could keep building them out 1 by 1. These guys are still moving fast? Did I not turn that setting on? Unapplied settings? Oh, maybe it didn't apply before. I feel like they're moving faster than I expected them to. Okay, so this is the first time we're seeing this, but this, not any old pip can go in here. It requires a thinker. So that shows you the picture of what is required for production. That requires training. So I can take a pip and train them here. So one day, a pip will turn into a thinker. I'll have someone start doing that training. You're building that. If I want, I can pull someone off of here. I think I will, because I want that wood. Screw it. Keep thinking. You know what? Go to the wood. Alright, so this event's about to happen, or this omen event. Now, something that's slightly confusing until you realize they're different is this Omen event isn't tied to this 50-50 thing. It says it'll happen no matter what, so that's why I didn't bother with that stuff. Not that I could have done anything about it. So we had a Gale, a level 1 event, 1 damage inflicted to a building, and the Cataclysm threat is permanently increased by 1. Did it just damage this? No. Oh, did it destroy my tree? Is that what happened? Oh my gosh. That's actually... I needed that to survive. Oh no. Is that in the message log? Not specifically. Uh-oh. Okay, well now I have a Thinker. This guy can do anything any other regular pip can do, but he won't be able to do another specialized task once we start getting more of those. The fishing thing is up. You're doing the fishing thing. We have an altar in production. I have 3 free dudes right now. One's no longer picking apples, so I guess you should go to that. Alright, let's get another pip going here. I have 2 wood producers, 2 apple pickers, 2 thinkers. And a fishing hut. Does this cost 4 wood? I'm wondering if I should upgrade another one of these. I might not have the wood for it. Costs 5 to upgrade one. Screw it. What? A novel idea. We had a mini event where we gained 3 knowledge, but it was a bait, like one of the kids had it. I guess kids do have the damnedest ideas, so maybe that's not too crazy. Alright, we'll get another Thinker training over there. Oh, I just noticed there's wet spots on these trains. This is train traits. Double water production. It's over in the bottom right here. And cereal, fruit, and vegetable production is times 1.5. Interesting. It looks like this is on one of those. But that one only says train traits water. Oh, wait, where'd the... Wait, why doesn't that one... Isn't this one I was looking at before that said 1.5 times to the other stuff? Oh, that's this like extra green grass is what that is. Fertile grounds. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's start building towards the next fishing thing. When's that Cataclysm event? Oh, we have like 10 days. I think we'll do alright. 2 free pips. Send them to the recreation. Everyone seems to be doing good. We have a guy fishing up here. We got 2 thinkers, so now we're getting 4 knowledge points per turn. 2 free pips. So we should build this altar. +1 if wood's terrain within 1. know what? I wasn't going to put that here, which is my first spot, because I was thinking about putting a thinker thing here, but the signpost actually counts as a building for that. So a thinker's thing couldn't go here. Although I might want to put a signpost here to get further down here. So I can't put it here. Cancel that. What would a signpost here do? Not much. I kind of screwed myself by putting the thinker's things on the edges there. I wonder if a signpost here would open up this side. This is fertile ground too, which I didn't notice that was a different color. I didn't have my eyes paying attention to that. Alright, let's start building the forest temple. I have one free pip. I think I should build a signpost. This feels like it gives us like the most area, but this like includes like the cows over there. I don't know, let's do this. I don't know if I actually have to have the cows inside the boundaries to harvest them. You only have to be adjacent. Alright, everyone seems to be doing good. We are now consuming more food than we are generating. Something we'll have to keep in mind. I have one free pip. Actually, that's a really good point. I need to get to more of these apple trees or something. Maybe I'll just try to build some signs to get all the way out here. Alright, our fisher hut is built. This guy's like a day into fishing. You can see that arrow is broken up into 3 segments, so I think he's on part 2 of catching a fish up there. So let's look at the fisher hut under this hunting tab. 3 days to build, and it requires training a fisherman. See, there's like a different guy there. Doesn't tell me what it takes to train this guy, which I'm really curious about, because sometimes you need like tools if they use a tool. I don't know if that counts. Hopefully not. Just a stick with a string on it, right? This will cease production. Yeah, I'll just put it there. So this guy won't be able to fish for a few days, but he'll be fishing way faster when he gets there. Alright, so we are taking some of those fish to get our temple down here going. So you can see we're generating 2 nature now. So it's showing us that after this turn we'll have 83% chance of a good event. I'm actually going to take you off of that though. I think this doesn't seem quite as pressing, so I think I'm going to have you do some other stuff. There. Expanding. Probably build more homes. I'll pick a new thing to research. I think I need to do the barbecue, because that'll help me turn fish into food. Village Hall requires stone, if I want to upgrade that at some point. We have some fertile ground here. I bet you know the upgraded wood stack would probably be really good. Let's do that. We're going to start using a lot of wood with some of these more advanced structures soon. One free pip. I kind of want to build another house. I think that barbecue said that it needed a dwelling nearby, and it had to be near a fishing thing. So I'm going to build a dwelling up here to take advantage of that. I'm leaving this spot open because it's adjacent to 2 forest tiles, which could be useful. If something gets a benefit for being near a forest. I do have another apple tree already. But I think we are good here. But yeah, this is kind of how the game goes. You're slowly building like standard city builder stuff. But I have a good time with it, with all that. And let's see, we have another thing coming. I see an unknown event coming upon us. The vision is confusing, but there is hope. We can fight it. So this is the event up here we were looking at. And now it is adding threats. So we have to offset that. I guess it means I need to put someone on this. I need to train. Yes, it requires tools. Uh-oh, that's a problem, actually. I don't think I can generate tools with anything. Stone workbench turns stones into tools. So check out the problem that just came upon us. Is to use this advanced structure I made, I need to train someone and he needs a tool. To make a tool, I need to build a workbench, but then that requires stone. To get stone, I need to build a stone gatherer. So that's like 2 things I need to research. And it says I need to put it next to stone. Okay, so I can put it next to one of these things. Uh-huh. So this was a mistake. Well, I need to keep this going. I can only keep this up for... I have 3 fish here. I wonder if I went into the Agepedia, if it would have been typed in like Fisher. But here's one of the small like UI things. Oh, I can right click on that. Okay. No, perfect. I should have done that the first time. And yeah, now it tells me training cost is 2 days and a basic tool. Okay. So I can right click on stuff. I have never done that. That is sweet. I wish I did that a second ago though. I think I put myself in a bad spot for this event. Unless I can... Hunting... Can I build the regular fishing post in time? This takes 2 days, and then it takes 3 days to catch a fish. I think it's too late. But on that 3rd day, I can use the fish the turn that it's made, so maybe that'll be enough to... I have 5 days to like generate stuff here. So here's some kind of like the interesting problems that I like in this game, is that it throws a timer at you, then I have to figure out how to deal with this threat in that many days, but then I have to like research stuff, I have to build stuff, I have to train people, I need to harvest stuff. I need to figure out how to get there, and I think that's like a really cool puzzle to figure out. Let's see. I guess we're emergency building like a weaker... I was thinking about building this one separately, but for some reason I thought that we would be good on that fisherman. And what? Whoops. Let's look ahead. Okay, so I don't have to deal with this domain's threat. for a while after this. Heat will be the next thing to deal with. Because I was wondering, do I need to prepare to, like, even after this 5 days, keep generating nature? And I don't. So I don't have to think that far ahead. Which means I'm not too concerned about getting, like, this fisherman trained quite yet. I think I have other priorities. So what do we have here? We have a dwelling being made. I keep growing, not yet. Get someone on an apple tree, and that is everyone. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep working towards this wood shack. Two free pips. 2 fish left, so this will keep generating 2 hope versus the 1 that this is creating every day. We might be in good shape with this thing, we'll see. You guys keep thinking, everyone's good. It's a wood stack, not a shack. Okay. So we'll be at 100% after today to get a good event out of this Cataclysm event that's coming. But I'm going to be out of fish. I'm going to stop producing nature, which means this is going to start pushing it back in the other way. In 3 days, the day of the event, I think I'm actually going to be good for 100% event here, but we'll see. This guy is fishing. I'll be 1 turn away, and honestly, I might have been at like 80% or something. I think we'll be able to get 100% just barely. So I have 2 pips. Sure, let's keep making more. Should I build the wood stack? Where is that? Raw materials, wood stack. It costs 3 days to make and 4 wood. Then we get basically twice as much wood. Oh, we must research clearing first. Alright. So see, these aren't on grass? You need like a better foundation, so you have to research a clearing. I didn't even notice that. So I can't even build this yet until I build this. This is an easy thing, it only costs 4 research points. So we'll have that in a day. Easy stuff. Alright, so you just keep harvesting wood then. I'm cool with that. So now, I believe, so it's giving me warnings. This apple tree ran out of apples. And we ran out of fish to generate nature with down here. So this is pushing back in this direction. But I think we're going to be perfect. It says we need 1 more nature to get to 100%. By tomorrow I'll need 2 more, but I'll have the fish to do it. I can't believe how close this is actually. Perfect. This guy automatically moved to another apple tree. That's cool. I like it when it automatically moves guys around for us. Keeps things simple. I can build that wood stack now. And I think it automatically adds the clearing if the building requires it. But now I have this down here, so I can like put clearings anywhere. And like, buildings have hit points, and the better the foundation they're on, like, you get higher hit points. So I believe this cabin, for instance, would have an additional hit point if I built a clearing under it. So there's benefit to it in general. But it's also just like a thing where, like, more advanced structures just need better foundations, or sometimes they need like a road between like 2 buildings, basically. I have 3 free pips. I think I'm gonna get another thinker going. I'm gonna upgrade this over here. You're still fishing. I feel like I should get another house. Now there's an upgraded house. The hut. This holds 5 commoners instead of the 2 that this holds. It's much more efficient in that. It requires a leisure within 2, so I need to find a leisure. Which I have none of. I have to research leisure. Probably a community thing. I think it's further down this tech tree. This is like a social. Then it leads to leisure. So like the advanced building requires like other stuff around it. So it's going to take more space, more like materials and time to do more research. I'll just stick to these simple homes for the moment. I have 1 extra pip apparently. So we will have them... I don't have access to any more apples. Build a signpost and expand our territory here. I do have to pick a thing to research here. Probably start with the stone gathering, so I can get tools and more advanced stuff through that. Okay, so he's going to finish catching his fish today. So we get +3 fish coming in, which means I can go back to this. Yeah, you'll need 2 more nature to get to 100%. Boom, 2 nature, 100% chance. I can't believe how close that was. I couldn't have scripted that better. You're upgrading that. You're building a house. I want to build another house. I want to get this population booming. Oh, hang on. I have 1 free pip. Actually, I want to train another thinker over here. I can still build that house. I'll just take someone off of apple production for a moment. This is the meta progression system, which I'll mention again after we see what happens. So we just got a positive event out of it. We got a level 1 event, Wild Critters. Hare's Den appear on 2 terrains. So it added like, as a nature event, it added like animals here. So this is actually like a really good hunting spot now because there's actually 3 hares in like close proximity. These events get nasty. So like I had a village of like 90 people and I failed a sickness event, sickness domain, and actually a pretty like amazing story to like how I even failed that. I just like had no chance of getting to it because like the medicinal herbs can only be farmed in autumn, but it was like winter, so I just didn't have like the resources to deal with like sickness. And then like I had a structure I was building towards and like researching that was like a academic facility to deal with like sickness, but like it was just like took too long to research. And then once I did research it, it was like a big structure, so it took like 8 days to build or something, which was just like too long to fin off the event. So the event came around and I failed it so badly. It was like a level 6 event and it killed 43 of my people in one event. So half my village got wiped out instantly. And then when you have like a bunch of corpses lying around, it adds fear and sickness. So it like snowballed, and I failed like the next two events. And like one of them wiped out like 400 units of food. It was like a famine. It was absolutely brutal. But that was actually the most fun I had in this game so far, was when it wiped out half my village, because I actually recovered from it and came on to like finish and like win the game. And recovering from that problem was just like really fun, because it just required like a lot of like thinking on your feet, just like redistributing resources. Because like right now, like things have been like, I mean, like this was like really interesting how we like passed this event. And honestly, I don't even know how bad like failing this could have been. Like it might, I doubt it like would have mattered that much. Like even if it like killed a pip or something, like these like low level events probably aren't that a big of a deal to fail here. So I almost wonder if like it's actually a strategy for like the first couple events, just to like let them be negative events and just like focus on building up your society in different ways. But regardless, like having to deal with threats like that was just like really interesting to me. So that's why I want to play on the harder difficulty for my next run, because like I think like always having to think on your feet and stuff is like the most interesting way to play this. And I think this game intentionally like tries not to mess with you too much early, so you can get like a little bit of a footing and establish. But like eventually you have 4 domains up here that you're all having to deal with at the same time. They're like all throwing different events at you. There are unavoidable events that you'll have to deal with, which are the omen events. Which I don't, that's what like this thing was, although I don't know if this actually did anything. Yeah, this destroyed a building. So like for like the sickness domain, it might make like 10 of your guys sick, and then you just have to like be able to deal with that while offsetting the upcoming like sickness event that you actually have to build like resource for like this. So I think that is like really interesting. But also like I just think how the tech tree gets randomized every time you play this game, and the starting conditions that you have to work with, and the different elders, I guess, have different like characteristics, which I haven't really seen much of that yet. Like the roguelike part of this is like actually really intriguing to me, and I think it's a really cool twist on this like base building genre. So I'm excited to play this more and see the kind of variety it offers, but it seems like it has pretty good variety. I'm excited about that. One thing I will say is that my first run was very long. Obviously, I was learning the game and stuff. I feel like the runs could maybe be shorter in general. So it would be cool to have like a mode where like the runs take like half the time. Because like this prophecy page, there's like 7 or 8 of these. We're like halfway through one right now. So that's like one thing. Like I want to like start fresh and like rebuild and stuff, so I think maybe like a quick mode would be pretty cool for this game. But yeah, this is dotAGE, and I've had a blast with it so far. I'm gonna continue to play it. I'm not going to run this village anymore. Like I don't want to play on this difficulty. I like I was just saying, the challenging one, but I just wanted to start on this just because I think the cost for like researching stuff goes up with difficulty as well. And so I didn't want to like slow this down so you guys could like see a little more of what's going on here. But this is the game. I recommend it. I had a blast with it so far. I would like to do a full... Oof, that's actually a commitment. But I like a run for the channel on like the harder difficulty. But I'm probably not going to do that right away. Curious to just see like if it ends up being... If it's like a 15-hour run or something. I don't know what like the length of time it'll be. That's like a big commitment, but I'd like to start one at some point. So maybe I'll play another one off stream at some point here soon, and then maybe do one for YouTube after that. So I think it'd be fun to like play through the paces of one of these villages as we get further into the game. Have to balance more of these events and stuff. But this is dotAGE. I recommend it. The dev seems like so like overwhelmed with like joy about like the success this game has had so far. Apparently a lot of people are into it. The other thing that was in the update today is there used to be a bug report button down here that they had to remove. It apparently like broke, so they were getting so many bug reports. and stuff. And it's not to say that this game is buggy. That's just like a sign of like how many people are playing your game and like how much feedback you're getting and stuff. So that's really cool. But yeah, this is dotAGE. I recommend it. I've had fun with it. It's another one of these things that just adds the roguelike system into like another genre. So this is like the roguelike city builder. I know there's been stuff like this. Like I haven't played it, but Against the Storm is probably something similar to that, like a roguelike city builder. But this is the one I played and have had fun with it so far. I'm looking forward to playing more. I'm going to leave that here for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the links in the description below. You can find my Patreon down there if you want to show some support. That's patreon.com/tonehack. You can also find the Discord if you want to come and hang out and chat about dotAGE or other things there. That is it for me. Thank you guys once again for hanging out. I will see you all next time.